Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for September 2nd and 3rd, 2017, your weekend outlook. And we're going to start off with Saturday with some remnant showers of what was formerly Harvey. This is now a much more disorganized system and kind of falling apart here as it moves eastward. You're going to have one wave that's going to come through in the morning on Saturday, and then there might be a break in the afternoon, and then we'll have another wave that comes through probably overnight tonight until very, very early Sunday morning before this pulls away. So not expecting a lot of precipitation with this, and this moves eastward. Again, you could have a break in the afternoon for some areas where it's just cloudy or maybe some spotty drizzle or an isolated shower, and that's it. And then the bulk of the rain comes through overnight. Again, this is just showers yet, but this is moving up into early Sunday morning before it finally moves out of here. Let's go over the AM High-Res Future Simulated Radar. Just start this off at 7 a.m. on Saturday. You see plenty of showers across the region. As we move this forward, though, start to thin out a little bit, and it gets more confined down to South Jersey and extreme southeastern Pennsylvania. Everywhere else is just pretty much hit or miss showers through the afternoon. Here's 1 p.m., here's 2, 3, 4, so you can see what's going on here. Not really a lot of concentration of showers, but there could still be some pop-up showers here anytime during the afternoon hours. And then we get a little bit further, we get toward the evening, it starts to increase a little bit again, mid to late evening, and then you have some overnight showers moving through. This is 2 a.m. Saturday, here's 5 a.m., there is 8. You can see a leftover shower for our far northern areas. But then that's once that moves out, that's pretty much it, and you just have partial clearing skies expected in the afternoon. So we'll improve on Sunday, but we're not expecting this to hang around for the duration of the day. So it should be a better second half of the weekend. And then the holiday itself on Monday for your Labor Day, we're going to have southwesterly winds, plenty of sunshine. And temperatures are going to get back to near normal for this time of year, right around the 80-degree mark, maybe lower 80s down here by Philly. Here's a front that's going to try to make it down very slowly to the southeast. This won't get here till Wednesday, and that's because there's a strong ridge out here in the Atlantic that's going to prevent this thing from coming toward the coast with any sense of urgency. And at the same time, this ridge is out in North Atlantic is helping to steer what is Major Hurricane Irma out in the Atlantic. So we'll get into that in a second. But first, this front here in our area will come through again, probably not on Tuesday. Here's late Tuesday. You can see it's only made it to western Pennsylvania at this point, western New York. So our area is still partly cloudy and very warm. It's probably the warmest day this week here on Tuesday. And then going beyond this, we get to Wednesday, and you have scattered showers and thunderstorms along that frontal boundary, which again is very slow moving. Could be some locally heavy rainfall with that too if low pressure moves along that frontal boundary. As shown here. That's still up in the air yet, though, but we'll wait and see what happens with that. And then we get to Thursday morning, which is right here, and our eastern sections have a leftover shower in the morning, some leftover showers or perhaps a thunderstorm, and then partial clearing in the afternoon. So this will clear out of here. Trough settles in behind this, and this is another one of those cooler troughs that are going to keep things kind of cool here for straight through the end of the week. And we are expecting skies to be partly cloudy by the time we get to Friday, maybe even mostly sunny as high pressure moves in behind it. Now, getting over to Major Hurricane Irma. This is has gone through what's called an eye wall replacement cycle. You may have heard that term recently when we were dealing with Hurricane Harvey. That just meant that we had a defined eye that we was lost here, and it was going through a replacement where the outer wall was actually constricting the inner wall and replacing it, and it became a little wider. And you can see that it has now formed an eye again as it become once again a major hurricane with convection wrapping around the center. So this is going to continue across the Atlantic. It is only at this point just shy of 40 degrees west, so it's going to take a while to get across the Atlantic. The National Hurricane Center official track is now taking this like this, but keeping it as a hurricane or major hurricane straight through. This is now getting to 8 a.m. Tuesday right here. This is Tuesday afternoon or early Wednesday, getting out here by the northern Leeward Islands, and then would start threatening Puerto Rico, maybe the islands up here, kind of going up in this direction toward the Bahamas after that point. We don't want to get too far behind beyond 5 days, but there are tracks that are suggesting that there could be impacts to the U.S. either along the southeastern U.S. coastline especially, and or may recurve out to sea. Was still up in the air to see where that's going to go, but the driving force of this is going to be this ridge in the North Atlantic that actually is becoming a Western Atlantic ridge with the extension westward. This has helped the clockwise flow around this. So the flow is like this aloft, that it's going to keep everything moving, including Major Hurricane Irma, and even trying to develop Jose behind this. But we're not really going to worry about this just yet because we're really concerned about this one, which most models take it up near or over the Bahamas, kind of in this direction, west-northwest. European model today took it just east of Florida, right here, dangerously close to Florida, before trying to turn up to the north here. It looks like it's going to head to somewhere between Myrtle Beach and North Carolina. Hard to tell where it's going to go from there because it runs out of space. These are all definitely plausible ideas with this system. It could still go into the Gulf of Mexico as well. There's a lot still on the table, although probably less likely. And what this is going to do, you got to see the yellows out here. This is like another ridge trying to build into the west here. You have a ridge here. This is a big ridge, and you might find this trough that's in the east here. Usually those pick a hurricane up and take it out to sea, but this trough is in process of lifting out at this point, or at least it's modeled to, which may give Irma enough room to come in here and strike the southeastern U.S. coastline somewhere in here. We have a long way to go with this. This is just pure speculation at this point. This is going to change a million different times. The time, excuse me, time frame we're looking at for this to occur somewhere around the 10th or maybe 11th of September. So obviously a long way to look at this yet, and we'll get into this more next week. And just don't get worried just yet about what may happen or may not happen or where it may go. We'll have a better idea once we get to Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, once it's over in this vicinity, and we might have a better general idea where it's going based on the synoptic pattern that presents itself at that time. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for the weekend, September 2nd and 3rd, 2017. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.